All right, Sean Callahan here with Nebraska defensive coordinator Tony White. Off the road in May, back on the road in June. How crazy of a time of year is this for coaches?
You know, it's probably one of the most fun times. You get to actually be out there on the ground with the young men. You know what I mean? And that's one of the most important things we can do is serve the young men and be at camps like this, because I remember going to a camp just like this when I was a junior in high school. You know what I mean? So it's really fun. It's really neat to get out there and see what the guys are about.
And to have Coach Rule out here, you don't always see the head coaches come out to the satellite camps like this. How big is it when the head man comes out and has a presence at events?
Tell you what, again, it just continues to amaze me, all the things, how humble he is. I mean, it's one thing for the coaches to come out here, like you said. It's another thing for him to go over there and grab a stopwatch and say, hey, look, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna help you time. You know what I mean? Hey, let me do this drill over here. You know what I'm saying? So, again, that's what makes Coach Rule special, and that's what we're here for.
And you'll be here one more session, then you guys go to Houston, camps in Lincoln, visits in Lincoln. How fun has it been just to kind of manage all this the last few days?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's not only do you get a chance to be amongst the guys and serve the young men, but as a staff, you know, you get to hang out with the staff and see them in a different light, and get on the road, and guys tired and jumping up and grabbing coffee for each other and saying, what do we got to do today? Well, you know, all this kind of stuff. So it's again, it's a really, really unique experience that time consuming, but more than worth it.
What would your areas be? I mean, obviously the West Coast. I mean, what are your primary recruiting areas for Nebraska?
Primary California, all of California, and then all the defensive guys that Coach Coop thinks that can help us be a better football team, and then I'll go anywhere they tell me to go.
When you go on the road and represent Nebraska, I mean, it's got obviously a brand still around college football. What has been the reception when you go out to some of these places around the country?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, the first thing they do is, you know, Nebraska. That's the one where they say, okay, hey, everybody, excuse me, Nebraska, come on in, you know, that kind of deal. But no, it's been awesome, especially. You know, what's surprising is you go into pockets that you didn't really know, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, so-and-so went to Nebraska, so-and-so went to Nebraska, hey, he played in Nebraska, and it's just truly amazing. Not only that they went to Nebraska, but then how much they want to be connected to Nebraska. You know, it's like, Coach, here's his number, blah, blah. You text him, hey, come on over here, Coach, you know, blah, blah, let's go hang out. So it's truly like a different experience.
And I got to ask you, too, about your guys. You had a great spring, a lot of young talent on your defensive unit coming up, Cam Linhart, Princewell, a lot of those younger players you brought in. How excited are you about what you bring in, but also just the way those young early enrollees came along for you this spring?
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole point of getting in there early, is to give them a chance to be ready for the fall, and those guys utilize their time well, starting with Corey Campbell and what he's done with those guys in the weight room. I mean, those guys gaining 10, 15, 20 pounds, you know, working on their mentals as well, their mental toughness, and then again, just letting the process soak in. You know, how to be a pro, how to take notes, how to go to class, how to be a great teammate. You know, how to show up on time. Those standards that we need to make sure that everyone has and abides by, so that way we can be on top of the college football world again.
What did MJ Sherman bring, just with that ability from national championship teams at Georgia? What did he bring into the program this spring?
I think you say MJ, and anyone who cares about the Huskers knows immediately that guy has a personality to him, you know, and a confidence to him, and a swag to him that is much needed, you know, is much welcomed on the defense, in the locker room period. You know, he's a really he's a great teammate. The guys love him. He wants to speak up. He wants to do things the right way. Heck, he was a celebrity judge for our cook-off on the OVs. You know what I mean? Just like that on his day off and stuff. So, again, really high-class individual.
Well, Coach White, appreciate you taking some time. Looking forward to seeing you in Houston as well tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you.